Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing a 20-week update. You're gonna have to excuse me if I sound really stuffy. I have rashes all over my chest. I am currently puppy sitting. Love him to pieces. He's a family dog, but I'm also allergic. But let's just get right into it. So the second trimester has been pretty great. I cannot complain. I'm obviously getting bigger and bigger. Right now, I'm 2 days shy of 22 weeks. I actually filmed a 20-week update when I was 20 weeks, but my footage got deleted. It's a whole nother thing. But my belly button has officially popped. It's been in the process of popping, I think around 15 weeks. It's definitely sticking out now. I'll show you guys what I look like. You guys can see my belly button. So this is 21 and 5 days. If you can see better, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but I have my incision scars. I mean, I have two here too, but when my belly button was more inward, it wouldn't show as much, but I can definitely see it much more clearly. I don't know if you can, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very thankful. It is much different than my first trimester. First trimester was just really, really hard. I'm honestly so grateful to find some relief from my chronic pain, whether that be stomach pain, pelvic pain, leg pain, shoulder pain, nerve pain. Yeah, there's just a lot of pain that happens before I was pregnant, but I've honestly felt a lot of relief through pregnancy. I know that can often happen with people who have different diseases or different chronic illnesses, where their immune system plays a big role, obviously. I don't really know how that all works and how you can find such relief through that, but I have heard that that is very common. Sometimes that is not the case. Sometimes I have seen people who are in the hospital a majority of their pregnancy. Not the same situation at all, but for now I am just really grateful to find some temporary relief, even if it's just for a few months. The kind of pains that I have had, I mean, I still have digestive issues, which is really not fun, and I still get bad headaches. I have struggled with a lot of headache, migraine, back pain. Usually it's the upper back and higher, as I have struggled with low back pain and sciatic pain in the past, but since changing my lifestyle and gaining strength through weight training, I've actually found a lot of relief through that, so that's been great. But now being pregnant, that low back sciatic pain is a lot more consistent than normal, I guess. Still have the tension and pain all the way up. I don't know, it's just one of those things where I don't feel like I have much control. I have been going to the chiropractor. That has been huge. I usually do chiropractic care, so I've always found it really, really important. I have found a chiropractor that really is passionate about natural health and living, and who focuses on the nervous system, the different functions of the body, which is really, really key when finding a good chiropractor. I've been very fortunate to find a good one who can help me through pregnancy and beyond pregnancy. She said that it's actually really great to correct spine issues and just different kinks, I guess, in your body when you're pregnant, because your ligaments and muscles are a lot more loose. Another thing is heartburn. If it's not feeling like my digestion is off, it's heartburn, which is something I don't really feel like I've struggled with beforehand anyways. Hair growth. I am a person whose hair grows very fast on my head, and then because of my PCOS, chin, tummy, lip, underarm, like everywhere. It used to be to the point where I could shave my legs 2 to 3 times a week, and now I can get away with once a week. And to me, that's pretty awesome. You want to say hello? Okay. Another thing that's maybe not so pleasant would be bladder pain and pressure. Although I've really struggled with bladder issues beforehand, so I don't know if I could say it's worse. It's definitely not better, but like this constant urge, like pressure and pain and feeling like you have to go when sometimes you don't. I'm also a really hydrated person, so I'm always going to the bathroom. As for movement, I am super excited to say I am confident that baby is kicking, and I know it's baby kicking. I think I felt movement at around week 17 to 18, but I wasn't fully convinced it was baby because I didn't want to be let down if it wasn't. So I just told myself, no, it can't be. And I had a coworker who said, if you're questioning it, it's definitely baby. And ever since then, it's just been stronger and more consistent. Baby can move. Baby is active. And I love it. Kenz was able to feel baby move 2 days ago for the first time. I was trying to figure out the dimensions for buying a crib mattress that would fit our crib, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, baby is moving hard. I ran to Kenz and I put his hand on my stomach and he's like, oh yeah, I felt that. So that was really, really exciting. I also noticed that baby likes to move a lot at night, like all throughout the night. Like, baby, shouldn't you be sleeping? As for my 20-week ultrasound, that went really well. It was so cool to see all of baby's features, their nose, their ears, their hands, legs. Oh, it's the cutest thing. It's like, wow, thank you, Jesus. There is a human that you are growing inside of me, and that is just so amazing. I am glad we are not finding out the gender, because even though we weren't planning on finding out, the technician had said that I still want to look and make sure everything's okay. And so she looked and she's like, well, the cord's in the way, so I can't see. It's a good thing we didn't want to find out because we weren't finding out that day anyways. Baby was wanting to hide. I think that's pretty common in ultrasounds. I don't know. A few people that I've talked to have said the same thing. Baby was trying to go as low as they possibly could, and then they decided to curl a bit of wool and grab their toes with their hands. It's very cute, but also not helpful when trying to get proper photos of the baby's spine, the kidneys, and I think the heart. So I'm really hoping that my doctor is content with the photos that we got from the ultrasound, because as much as I love seeing baby, and I totally would get at least one ultrasound, I try to limit the amount of ultrasounds that I get, just due to some research that I've done. I did have one in the first trimester to clarify how far I was and a due date, because I did not have a cycle 7 months before I got pregnant since my laparoscopy surgery. I mean, we needed to find an answer because it couldn't go according to the first day of your period. I think that's what they do. I have had 2, but I'm really hoping I don't have to go back. Okay, I was sitting on my legs and now my legs are getting numb, so probably drop down a little bit on the camera. I also wanted to go through, hi buddy, something that we got that we found was a good investment. I just wanted to share with you guys this weighted sleep sack that we purchased. Kenz and I were watching Shark Tank a while back, and there was a mom of 4 who was having troubles with her youngest, who was waking up every hour and a half. She decided to use, I don't know what she used, but she used some kind of weight for the baby to sleep, and she said that he slept 12 hours, and she thought maybe that was just a fluke or something. And so she did it again another night, and he slept again 12 hours. So she decided to make a sleep sack that had some weight to it, as she couldn't find anything on the market at the time. It is non-toxic, which is near and dear to my heart, and any product. For the weight, she used like those beads from beanbag chairs. I'm just really excited to try this out. I know it's kind of like the same idea as a weighted blanket, where it's proven to help with stress, anxiety, just that calming effect, and just feeling safe and secure. I ended up getting the 0 to 6 months. There are 2 sizes of these. I think there's only 2. There's a 0 to 6 months and a 6 to 12 months. And I didn't realize that you can buy the bundle. Otherwise I would have just bought both of them at the same time. I only noticed that like 10 minutes after I purchased it. And you guys, this product was from the States and it took 4 days, 3 or 4 days to get to my house. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. It was amazing. But the small size comes with the option to swaddle. It just has the wing, which is always an option for those of you who want to do that. We have decided not to swaddle. I'm really hesitant to share this because I don't want people to feel offended or feel like they did something bad or that I'm judging them. Like, this is just personal preference. I'm just gonna share some information that I've learned from a chiropractor who knows about this stuff, who's passionate about this stuff. She is a great resource for a lot of natural, healthy living. So if you want to check her out on Instagram, I can leave her handle down below. It is at Dr. Courtney Kayla, but it's spelt Kala. So this chiropractor was talking about swaddling and why she doesn't necessarily recommend it. And I'm just going to share some of the science behind it. Again, this is so not, I think if you decide to do it, that's wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I just love learning about this kind of stuff. Maybe you do too. So I thought I would just kind of share, and people might ask why we're not doing it. So this would just be a good explanation as to why we decided not to. So swaddling is known to suppress one of the most important reflexes, and that is called the Moro reflex, also known as the startle reflex. The Moro reflex is a sign of a healthy nervous system, but studies have shown that swaddling has a significant impact on the Moro reflex. And they obviously don't recommend suppressing this reflex. They say that the more the baby startles, the more the reflex goes away, which is generally around 3 to 6 months old. They were saying that even in sleep, it is important not to bind their arms, and they say that babies need to fire these reflexes to make them do their job. So by suppressing the baby's Moro reflex, it can impact the baby's ability to filter sensory information. And without this filter, we remain in a startled state. So when that happens, something that can happen is called sensory processing disorder. So it connects to your nervous system, the brainstem. So the brainstem is in charge of building up these connections from the brainstem to the midbrain, and these reflexes do that. I'm going to share a screenshot. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but I'll do my best. So in the brain development, you can tell that those Moro reflexes are the beginning of it. I'm just going to read 3 points why the reflexes are important. They say it way better than I could ever in words. The first one is reflex movements are the foundations of the nervous system. Like a block tower, all further development depends on the readiness of the foundation. Number 2 is reflexes originate in the brainstem or survival brain. When reflexes remain active, the survival brain is constantly stimulated. In the survival mode, there's less ability to access the prefrontal lobes, where we think, create, communicate, and make beneficial decisions. In other words, we are more likely to react instead of controlling our impulses. And number 3 is unintegrated reflexes trigger the fight or flight response, creating chronic stress. Creating chronic stress. I know all things about chronic stress. I got my hormones tested. It's a problem. Even when there is no logical reasons for stress, we can feel stress because our physiology is constantly reacting as if threatened. Stress becomes a habit, often below the level of our awareness. So those are just some things that I have learned and researched from this chiropractor. Kind of the reason behind why we decided not to swaddle. I'm not saying anything bad is gonna happen. I'm just saying there is science behind it, and this is kind of what we just based our decision on. And I respect your decision to swaddle or not swaddle. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more from my channel, then feel free to subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.